We're back for book 34, and you said you wanted to do something different?
Yeah. But we don't have a ping pong ball.
Okay, so we'll start this next one.
And then we'll do the...
Okay, so book 35 will be this new wave. So how we doing this one? Whoa, why is it getting dark? Suddenly getting dark.
So I already
Get
know
some
the
light.
books
There we go.
that I've added to the cup that I have for
Okay.
the book pong thing
Okay.
that I want to do. So I'm still going to scroll, but if it's in that, then I'll just choose
Take it
the
out.
book. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, go.
So I'm going to start scrolling.
Stop! Or my mom will shoot.
Okay. Ooh, I've been wanting to read this one for a while.
Okay, scroll some more.
And anyways, so a lot of the book talkers booktubers and book talkers that I watch, always recommend this book. It is Beartown by Fredrik Backman.
I've heard of that name.
What does that say? Now an HBO original series. Did not know that. But let me borrow that. It's 14 hours long.
Wow, it's a long one.
Gonna take me a
Let me
bit.
get my glasses on. What's it called? I can't focus.
Beartown.
Okay.
It is a series, but I'm just gonna read the first book just to see if I like it. And I might continue the series, I might not, just depending on if I want to.
Okay.
So.
All right. We'll see you later. All right, we're done with book 34.
You done?
What was it?
It was. Oh, my phone was there, but my phone's in my hand. It was Beartown by Fredrik Backman. So first, I'm gonna talk about the plot, like just give a basic plot and stuff like that, and then I'm gonna go like more in depth, talk about spoilers and characters and stuff like that. So, hold on.
Bear Trap?
Beartown. Did I say Bear Trap?
No, you probably said Beartown.
It got adapted into a show, but it only lasted one season.
Was the show called Beartown?
Yeah. So the book is originally in Swedish. The author's from Sweden, so most of his books take place in Sweden and are in Swedish. Obviously, it's been translated in English. But he's like, this is his most popular book series. I'm not gonna read the rest of the series for now. Not because I don't want to, I really, really do want to. It's just the length of the books. Because the second book is like, I think 15 hours long, and the third book is like 21, 22 hours long.
Okay, so really, it's like a Stephen King length type of book.
Yeah, I'd say about. Except it is 45 hours long. Anyway.
What's 45 hours long?
It.
Oh, it? The
Yeah.
book? It? Oh.
Yeah. Anyways, so basically, just like a basic plot, we mainly follow this one family, but we follow this town called Beartown. It's in a kind of isolated town in the middle of the woods in Sweden, and it is very, very hockey obsessed. And so, and the reason that they're so hockey obsessed is because hockey is the only reason that their town is still alive and thriving and stuff like that. Like, it's the only reason it basically still exists. And so, basically, the hockey team is getting ready for finals, nationals, whatever that is. And so they're getting ready, they're preparing all this stuff, and we follow the hockey team as they prepare for that.
Mm-hmm.
But then something tragic ends up happening to somebody in the town, and it basically starts to ruin a whole bunch of stuff. It might ruin the hockey team's whole career. It might put the town in jeopardy. Basically, everybody is in jeopardy because of this tragic thing that happened to this one person. And so now, the spoilers. So basically, all the main characters are there's the Anderson family, and the main characters for that, because there is a little brother, but he doesn't really play a huge role. But there's Peter, who's the dad. He's kind of like the coach manager of the hockey team. And then there is his wife, Kira, who is a lawyer, and I can't remember if she's from Canada, because the family used to live in Canada, and then they moved back to Sweden. So I don't remember if she's from Canada and they have the kids in Canada, but they taught them Swedish, or if they were all from Sweden and then moved to Canada and then moved back. But so in the series, apparently they moved back like right as the show starts. But in the book, they've been moved back to Sweden for like 5-10 years. So they've been there a while. They've developed these friendships, all this stuff. And then there is the most vital character in the family, the 15-year-old daughter, Maya. And then the other vital characters, there is Kevin, who is like the captain of the hockey team. There's Benji, who's his best friend, who has a secret. And he's also on the hockey team. And then there's Amit, who basically just joined the hockey team, but it's like he also plays a vital role. And then the last vital character, I would say, is David, who is the assistant coach. He's the one who mainly does the coaching, because Peter's also like the manager, so he's taking care of a whole bunch of other stuff. But basically, like everybody's preparing for these like nationals or whatever they are, and Kevin decides to throw a party a week before the hockey teams heads off to go play their game. And while at this party, Maya, who has a huge crush on him, gets a little tipsy, and basically he takes her to his room and he ends up raping her. And so
even Bo's face was like, whoa.
Yeah, anyway, he ends up raping her. That's the big tragic event that happens that could ruin the whole town and put them in jeopardy. Luckily, Amit walks in on them, and that gives Maya the chance to meet Kevin and escape. And that happens around halfway through the book. Anyways, and so then as Maya's running through the woods, she runs into Benji, and Benji just kind of like immediately knows what happens. Like you can just tell on her face that Kevin did something to her. And Benji doesn't really like Kevin. He's just kind of like friends with him. Oh my god, my piercing is like bugging me. Anyways, so
Bo got distracted.
yeah, Benji. This piercing is bugging me. I might have to switch it out. Anyways, so Benji, like I said, he immediately tells what Kevin did. That's the whole thing. And throughout the rest of the book, we just follow this town basically blaming Maya and saying that Kevin didn't actually rape her. He would never do that. While her parents basically on her side, there's a scene where the mom gets so mad and takes a bat to a whole bunch of kids to basically scare them off, and like she was like gonna beat them up. Luckily Maya stopped her. Anyways, but there's just a whole bunch. The book deals with a lot, so check trigger warnings. It deals with so much. Like isolation is a big one, because it's a small isolated town. Like isolation, loneliness, all that. Obviously, rape. Maya gets raped. Community, like community as a whole, and the toxicity that can happen, all that stuff. And then a big part of the book can I say? A big part of the book where like it's not like super big, like it's not a huge part of the plot, but it's still important and it's there. And it plays. I heard it plays a much bigger role in the second book. So when I do read the second book eventually, that'll be nice. But basically, that is that. So Benji is on the hockey team. He's best friends with Kevin. Kevin is the captain, and he's like the all American. Not all American. They're Swedish. All Swedish. Like he's like the it guy basically. Like he's the cool, popular, all this stuff. And Benji becomes popular as a result of being best friends with him. But throughout the book, we also follow Benji kind of figuring himself out because one, he doesn't want to stay friends with Kevin. Two, he realizes that he's gay, and basically he's like it's hard for him because he's in a small town. He's in a very hyper masculine sport, and he doesn't want people to say that, oh, he's gay because he was raised by all women, because his dad took his life when he was a kid, and his mom just works a lot because she's a single mom. So he was raised by his 3 older sisters basically, and he's constantly chilling at his older sister's bar. So that's a huge plot line. Another huge plot line is Amit. Obviously, like I said, he walks in on Maya getting raped. That becomes a whole thing, and he's debating if he should tell the police, because Maya and her family do go to the police, but there's like not enough evidence, and they don't really like fully believe her because they waited a whole week to go to the police because she didn't really tell her parents then. And basically Almond is like debating if he should go because he's on the hockey team. He's one of the only people of color in the town, and he's like, I'm like finally being accepted in this hockey team. This hockey team means everything to me, but at the same time, coming forward about what I saw could really help Maya, and he's conflicted because he has a huge crush on Maya, and he's been in love with her for years, but at the same time, hockey means everything to him. He loves it. He's finally been accepted into the town and into the hockey team. So it's like this whole like tug of war in his head of what he should do. That's also a huge thing. I don't know. It's just like a really good book, and it's definitely one of my new favorite books. Just like the last book was a new favorite.
So you gave it a 5 out of 5.
Here's the thing. I gave it a 4.5. And the reason I did that is because I was debating not finishing it at like 35% because it has such a slow start, and it's obviously like it's about sports, and I was just like not into it because it was just talking about sports over and over and over and over again. I'm just like, this book sucks. Like, it's so boring. I don't want to read a book about sports. But then there's that thing that happens to Maya. Obviously it's traumatic, but I was like, oh, okay, this actually has an interesting plot. I started to kind of anyways, yeah, I just kind of started to like actually get into it, so I gave it 4.5 just because of the slow start.
Okay.
But other than that, it's like a really good book.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. See you in the next one.